Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Step by Step where we're using Guardians Rising cards. I'm really excited about this one because this is the first time I've ever played Garbodor, the Trashlands Garbodor. There's a lot of lists going around for Trashlands Garbodor. Most of them play the Taurus and the Tapu Lele, so you can Ninja Boy and all that stuff and put on early pressure. Or there's some going around that have Drampa GX in it, so you can like big wheel on turn one and then effectively use your Hala and stuff later in the game. Both good ideas, but the way I wanted to try it was with Trevenant because I don't want to allow my opponent to properly manage their items and not be able to take knockouts. So if they do properly manage their items, I want to be able to take advantage of it with Trevenant. So let's go ahead and get started and start talking about this matchup. So my opponent is playing Mega Rayquaza, and this will be an interesting, and honestly, this will be a kind of quick matchup. You'll see why. It's so nice to have Guardians Rising stuff. I mean, it really is. Just playing these matches um, and having access to the stuff that recently came out is so great compared to the way the format was before this stuff came out. So you can see my discard. I've got just the Trevenant down there. It's interesting to play the Dragon Rayquaza. I think it's good, obviously, because you can do the 30 damage for a Double Colorless energy, or I mean, obviously you can evolve into Mega Ray no matter which Rayquaza you're using. But it's nice to have some variance in your Rayquazas, so you can do different things depending on which one you have out. And on GXs, it does more damage than the Intensifying Burn Rayquaza, because that one, well, for one energy card, or a DCE that is, because the Intensifying Burn obviously does 10 damage to any non-EX and 60 damage to an EX, so for a GX it's only going to do 10. And the metal variant that this guy is playing runs Cobalion, it looks like, so that's interesting. So we see he's pretty much just setting up. He doesn't know that we play Garbodor at this point. So he's probably just trying to rid his hand of trainers and supporters, I would imagine. At least that's what I would do. Got 4 Rayquaza on the field, turn 1. 4 Rayquaza, 2 Shaymin, a Hoopa, a Magearna, and a Cobalion. Now we can see his discard pile here. We've got 3 trainers in the discard pile. Hmm. 3 Spirit Links, no Mega Rayquazas. So, very interesting to just draw 3 and no Mega Rayquaza. So we'll just end him. You know, he probably doesn't have too many trainers in his hand. I didn't have much going on with that hand, so we'll see what we can get set up here. At this point, I'm just thinking, you know, I just want to get a Trevenant so I can go ahead and swing into this Rayquaza and try to get a 2-shot. So we're going to Rescue Stretcher the Trevenant back into our hand. Really glad Rescue Stretcher is out. Still a little torn with this deck as to whether I should play Rescue Stretcher or Super Rod, because I only run 4 Psychic Energies at the moment. I'll probably will tweak this around a little bit to run more than 4 Psychic Energies, but at the moment that's all we got. And as you can see, as you're looking through the list right now, you can see that we do run Alolan Muck, so we can try to turn off some abilities later in the game. At the moment, that's not super relevant because he's got a full bench and no more basics that are going to come into play that need abilities, and I'm the one who's going to need some abilities here as I set up with Shaymin. I haven't got my Tapu Leles yet. I'm still waiting on my code cards. I should be able to get them in the next day or two, and then I'll update the list with Tapu Lele. But even without Tapu Lele, this deck is really strong, and this matchup is definitely winnable. So we can see we've got a Skyfield, an N, and a Sycamore. So that plus the Choice Band hits for 120. Really important numbers there. Choice Band's fantastic. At this point, if I'm the opponent, I gotta be thinking, oh, this isn't just Trevenant. This is Trevenant Garbodor, right? Like, You got to be thinking, and he's making a good play here playing N rather than Sycamore because um, it keeps more item cards from going into his discard pile. Well, actually, I take that back. Based on what his hand was, there were no item cards in there. It was only supporters and stadiums. But but yeah, I just think this combo's so good. I mean, Trevenant baits you into thinking that I'm playing Trevenant, so you get rid of your trainers, or your items, I should say. And then once you've done that, Garbodor kind of cleans out the game. So really, like, other than maybe the first attack of the game, I don't really see a need for Trevenant to attack too much. I mean, right now we've already got the KO in the discard pile. I'll put the Phantom down because I'm really not trying to get us in a bad spot here. The cool thing about Field Blower, right? So I'm totally cool leaving the Sky Field because I don't want him to discard his Shaymins. But we're gonna just knock off these Spiritlings. Now, so 3 out of the 4 Spiritlings will be gone if he even plays 4 Spiritlings. Maybe he just plays 3. I really don't know. Will be gone. So now it's like good luck getting Mega Rayquaza without forcing your turn to end. So, Field Blower is just so awesome. Yeah, and we get the Choice Band. So he's got, if I'm not mistaken, he's got 6 item cards in the discard. So this is going to effectively rid his field of energies and tool cards. So we'll take our 2 prizes for the knockout. We are basically completely set up at this point. I mean, I could use a couple things on the bench to evolve, of course, but I've got a Sycamore, 2 Lysandre, and an Ultra Ball in hand, so we should be fine. Yeah, and I kind of don't blame him for scooping at this point. If you think about his discard pile, I just did 150 damage, and then another tool card went in with a knockout. So now there's 170 damage worth of trainers plus the Choice Band that Garbodor is dishing out right now. He doesn't have any Pokemon with energy in play. So best case scenario is this turn, he plays a lot of cards from his hand, is able to get a Mega Turbo, a DCE, a Spirit Link, and the Mega Rayquaza. But if he does that, then the Mega Turbo makes my damage go up to 190. And if I just access my second Field Blower and knock off his Spirit Link, then I'm up at 210. So we're getting to really dangerous knockout numbers there. If he plays out his hand kind of aggressively, especially if more item cards hit the discard pile in the process of getting that out. So yeah, maybe he could get the return KO, but I can Ultra Ball for Garbodor and then play a Sycamore and just try to get my energy, and then I will be one-shotting Rayquazas from that point out. Granted, this is the first time I've ever played this deck at all, and then it's the first time I've ever played it against Rayquaza, so I don't know how this matchup typically is going to play out. If he's not aggressive, then the deck doesn't run fast. Like if he's not aggressive with his trainers, then the deck doesn't run with speed. Plus, if he's not aggressive with his trainers, then Trevenant might set up a 2-shot. If he is aggressive with trainers, then it kind of sets things up for Garbodor to get running. So it'll be interesting to see how the Rayquaza-Garbodor match plays out as the format continues to develop. But Game 1, granted it's a super limited testing sample, but Game 1 was pretty decisive for Garbodor Trevenant in this match. And keep in mind, guys, I'm not even running Tapu Lele. Once Tapu Lele gets in the deck, we can Lele for Skyla and Skyla for any trainer support or stadium. Sorry about that. Okay, we can Skyla for there's just so much crazy stuff you can do with Skyla, by the way. With Tapu Lele, okay, you can search your deck for Skyla. Skyla lets you search your deck for Prof's Letter or Level Ball / Ultra Ball into Oricorio. So you can search your deck for any basic energy, any trainer, any stadium, any supporter, any tool, and then any, of course, Ultra Ball, so any Pokemon. So basically with Tapu Lele says, get any card from your deck aside from a special energy. And if you have an Acro Bike in hand or something that just lets you draw the top card of your deck, you can always use Tapu Lele for Mallow, put the cards you need, the special energy on top, and then just draw it with the aggro bike or something that lets you draw the top card of your deck. So there's a lot of really cool stuff coming once I get my Tapu Leles that I can put in this deck. And be aware of some of those combos that you guys can make now that the new stuff is out. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Definitely let me know what you thought of the video. I wish we could have played this match out a little bit longer, just so we could have seen the completion of the match. But I mean, I think there really wasn't much of a point in continuing to play, but it is still nice just to watch a few more turns. So again, thank you for watching, and stay tuned because we're going to be doing a lot more Garbodor Trevenant. Once Tapu Bulu releases, we'll do a couple of videos with Tapu Bulu. I'll do my updated Decidui list here a little bit. We'll do some just Garbodor lists too. We'll do a couple of different things. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.